Hello everyone, today we are going to take a detailed look at this LEGO Star Wars set, the Onyx Cinder. So this set contains 1,325 pieces and rated at $250 million. It is based on the latest Disney Plus Star Wars series, The Skeleton Crew, and include all 5 key characters. I was lucky enough to get a 30% off deal, so without further ado, let's kick off with the look at this Starship. And here's a better look at the Onyx Cinder. To be honest, when I first look at the packages, I have no interest in this set, but turns out it's actually a pretty cool looking build once finished. You can see the engines and wings on both sides, and one of the biggest action feature of this set is to turn it like this way so that the Starship can take off. Obviously, it's not true minifigure scale. You can see lots of details over here. You can even see this part where it's spin around with the blaster. And if you place a minifigure next to it, you can see how small it is. And most of the build is really featuring the structure of the set rather than the interior details. However, I do like the mix of white and gray pieces rather than different shades of grays. There are actually 3 pairs of stud shooters across the exterior. There ain't much that you can open, but the cockpit is actually on this side, which makes it very interesting because you don't get to build the same thing on both sides. Even the exterior details here, you can see they kind of arranged differently to give you a better building experience. And opening the cockpit will reveal some of the details. It's done by stickers for the control panel, and you can only fit one minifigure here. At the front, you do have some abstract looking blaster, and here's a better look across the exterior of the set and also the back of the Starship. As I mentioned before, most of the set is really for the overall structure of the Starship. There's not much to get open, but you do able to open to reveal some of the interior from this side, but you do need to adjust the angle of the blaster a little bit to open up fully. You can see there's like 4 seats and a table and some food inside, and of course you can open up on this side as well, but because of the cockpit you have limited access. Zoomed in a little bit, you can see you can fit all 4 minifigures on the side, and you also got this bed here, which you can lie a minifigure, but it's a little bit difficult to access. And final mention is that the back can also be opened for loading the cargoes. And these are the 5 minifigures included in this set. We've got Jude Law's character John, and then Wim, Fern, Neil, and KB. First, we take a look at Jude Law's character, which is John. Still, a lot of mystery surround him, and I think there might be some reveal by the end of the show. But back to the minifigure, you can see how well it is done with a scarf and also a very nicely printed torso. And of course, he does have a secondary face. Rarely you get a minifigure without a happy facial expression, which makes me think he might be the bad guy of the show. Next, we have Wim again. Is another cool mini figure with a lovely printing on the torso. In terms of the hairpiece, it's not new, kind of reused from some other set, but this is a quite rare hairpiece that you don't see often, and this is how his secondary face look like. Fern is a lot more generic, but again featuring a very detailed printed torso with some of very cool references to the show, and this is how she looks like with a common Lego hairpiece and a secondary face like this. Next, we have New, and this is probably my favorite minifigure in this set. Not because his character is pretty cool from the show, but you know how well it's done by the molded head and also the detail on his printing. I think it's also nice that they use the shorter legs for New because the size of this character is slightly smaller compared to other characters, so it's a nice difference for the other characters to have a medium-sized leg and him having the short legs. And finally, we have KB, another cool minifigure. You got this white hairpiece, which is the same style hairstyle as Bo Katan, and then you got very detailed printing on the torso and the legs as well. Actually, there's no leg printing, but anyway, and then you can see her head is a specialized one because of her eye gear, and it's very nicely printed on the minifigure head. And of course, you do get a version of her without the eye gear. And this is the Lego Star Wars The Onyx Cinder based on the Skeleton Crew. I actually ended up liking this set very much, not just because of the excellent minifigures, but the ship is actually pretty nice. Although the scale is much smaller compared to a minifigure, which give you some limited interior space. And to be honest, if you have watched the show, that the actual Starship is actually way bigger compared to this one because it's a lot more compartment than just one resting area. Having said that, it's still a pretty cool set to own, especially when I had a 30% discount. Suddenly this set seems to be very reasonable. Actually, this set originally was not on my radar, but once I saw the first two episodes of the Skeleton Crew, I knew I have to buy this. But the retail price is actually pretty high at 250 New dollars. Luckily, the 30% discount really drove me to get this set because of the cool minifigures, and just overall, I just love the show. Do let me know what you think about this set in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. And of course, you can always check out the video of me building this set in the past 4 days.